Hello, welcome to Robin's Roost. I know that I usually share with you ideas for making cards, but today I wanted to share with you the new scrapbooking items that Stampin' Up! Is carrying. Recently, this spring, a lot of the close to my heart makers came over to Stampin' Up! And to support their business, Stampin' Up! Has added an entire scrapbooking line. Or they're going to add an entire scrapbooking line. Right now, they've got some items. They've been kind of scrambling to get these out as quick as possible. So this brochure is only available online. I actually printed it off because I'm a paper girl. One of the cool things that they've added is two-tone cardstock with a white core. So they're going to have all of the colors available eventually. Right now they're adding in, as they can, they're adding a few in. So right now we've got some kind of Halloween and Christmas type ones. So we have a Reindeer Memories workshop kit, and we have the, oh gosh, I think the stamp set is called Reindeer Fun in the mini catalog. It kind of is that same feel, coordinates with it. So this shows the layouts that are included in the kit. There's 3 2-page layouts, so you get six pages out of it, but actually you'll get a lot more, as I'm finding. So then there's also one that's Snow Day, which coordinates with another stamp set and suite that's in the catalog, the mini catalog. And that one has a stamp set. And the greetings tend to be bigger, more for scrapbooking instead of card making. This is the one that I'm going to be working or showing you today, the Halloween Memories. I have 7 grandchildren, and we do a pumpkin carving party every year, and I scrapbook that. Now, I usually only do 1 page for each one of their scrapbooks, so I have to, a little bit maybe readjusting, but I don't think so, because I think they'll work. Any one of these pages I think will work on its own. And then each of those items, like you can buy the paper separately if you want. The sticker sheet you have to buy as a pack with the paper. You can get the 2-tone cardstock as well. There's a fall one, Welcome to Remember. I haven't started playing with that one yet, but I did get that one as well. We always go, in Minnesota, they have what's called MEA. It's the Minnesota Educators Association. And the teachers have meetings every year in October. So school is off for a couple days. And when our children were young and in school, we would always go camping that weekend. So we've kind of continued that tradition with whichever of our children and grandchildren are available to go. So I'm going to have some fun pages for those events. So I have never scrapbooked with a kit. I've scrapbooked for, let me think, how old am I? I started when I was about 12. I've scrapbooked for like 50 years. So scrapbooking isn't new to me, but I have never scrapbooked with a kit. Kind of amazing when I think about it. This is what one of my typical pages would look like. This big area down here is for journaling that I haven't done yet. I went to I hosted a hobby day with my team, and when I went, I forgot to bring my journaling pages. So I got everything else on and left my area open for journaling. So this is kind of my basic, the way I've always scrapbooked is I start with the pictures. I lay out the pictures on the page where I want them and then build from there. But when working with the kits, and this is how it comes, the kit comes with these instructions, and it's all set up so that you can put the whole page together without your pictures, which is what I did for this whole pack. Now I did find, maybe just because I'm not used to following directions, we won't even get into that, but they're pretty clear cut as far as they tell you how to cut your pieces so that you get what you need. I did find that I ran amok on the orientation on this one, and the stripes are very important. You know, like these aren't going to matter, the two-tone, you know, flip it over, but you really do need to be careful on the orientation on the ones with something that's important. So each of these diagrams lists a letter which corresponds in the directions later to which layout they go on. And I think I would tear this apart. I didn't, but I think I would, so that I had the sheets beside me when I cut. And like I said, really pay attention to your orientation. And then I did notice as well that that there were a few things on the directions that were a little off, especially on this first one. They were, I think what they did is they switched these. They have them with the wrong page, or something wasn't right. So it kind of threw me a little bit, but it doesn't take too much to throw me when I'm working with directions. But I was pretty happy with the way it turned out. I did not put all the stickers on. You'll notice they have like stickers here that go over the photos. So I'm going to wait to put the stickers on until I actually have my photos here. And I have the sticker sheet here somewhere. Maybe on the very end. Yes, I'll show you the sticker sheet on the very end. They have tons of really cute stickers. So one thing that I have to keep in mind when I'm doing this, because this is not going to be all in one scrapbook, it's going to be in 7 of them. I only have 6 layouts here, but I'll show you also all the pieces that I have left over. It's crazy. I will not have any trouble getting a 7th sheet out. I'm sure I could do another 2-page spread. Oh, I was just going to pull in the there's also this fun stamp set, and because these are going in several different kids' scrapbooks, I'm going to need a heading for each one. So, you know, it only has maybe one heading on the 2-page spread. So I had to keep that kind of in mind too when I was laying these out. But this was really fun to do. It did have the stitching you add with a Stampin' Up marker. One suggestion I have for you is make sure you have a pretty fresh marker. That's a lot of stitching. What I ended up doing is, because my marker's old, I did like 2 sides, left it set a while, and then it seemed like it was ready to go again. It just needed a break. And they also give you these placeholders for your pictures, which I'm thinking I might actually cut my picture down a little bit and use it as like a double mat. Lots of little flags on here. Some of these are stickers and some are the cardstock. I did have a hard time cutting this piece and using the back side. I don't even remember right now which one is the back, but oh, these books are so cool. But I did it. So you can see this one looks a little wonky. Let's see, let me switch over. Now I do like to have 3 pictures on a page. It's kind of my I don't know what I do. So like this one has this big space up here. Let's see. Okay, here's what I did. This one had 2 large 4x6 pictures on it. So what I did is I put a smaller picture down here, and I left this space if I'm going to add another picture, which I'm pretty sure I will. And I have plenty of the pumpkin pie paper to do that. And yeah, this one has 3 already on it. And then, like I said, I left the stickers off until I get my pictures on, so that I know what I want to say next to the picture, because, you know, Eek might not work with, you know, Lily and her ladybug or whatever. So let's pull in the next set. Okay, so this is our last one. Now this one had just the one large picture, and Oh, I guess it does have two. So the second one is this smaller one. I'll pull this in so you can see it better. This smaller one, which goes over top of this picture, so that's why I didn't lay it in there. Also, nowhere in the directions were there dimensions for this white paper to cut. Not a big deal, but no cutting instructions for that. I'm guessing that they put this together and it hit the presses so fast that it didn't get a good going over for editing. But this one, this reminds me of my little granddaughter, and I'm thinking I'm going to lay this out pretty much exactly like it is, with a picture of her and her pumpkin. It's crazy, right? It fits. These journaling ones are all kind of made for handwriting. That's going to be a little tricky. So I think I'm probably going to practice on another sheet before I write it on here. And if I screw up, I can always glue another piece over top. I'm trying to think what else this one, I'm not really good at straights, so I did take the edge of the sticker sheet and, set it on here and then work along the edge of it for those stitches. And there's stitching here. This one, I'm not sure. I might end up, and I think it will work out okay, depending on what my pictures are, right? But I could see this going this way, actually, as well. The flags could be blowing in the wind just as well as they're hanging down. Today it seems like pretty realistic to imagine they could be blowing in the wind. So here, and that's the end of the directions. I don't think it gives, no, it doesn't give us any ideas of what to do with the rest of the stuff. But here's the sticker sheet. And these are all the little bats. You can't really see them in that black area, but there's a bunch of die-cut bats. So, like I said, I didn't put most of this on because I wanted to know what my pictures were. But I have a great start now after Halloween. So I can get those going. As you can see, I was working on last year's Christmas. I did have all my Halloween ones done. Here is what's left over. This is all left over. So these are my little, probably throwaway pieces, right? But then I did end up cutting a little bit more of this than would have been needed because I goofed up and cut it wrong. This is actually that's the backer sheet. So we've got some white pieces, so I'll have plenty for that one that didn't have the dimensions for it when I get to that. I've got some black pieces left over. I did notice that when I put it together, you have to watch when you're doing it, the two tones. See, this is the light black and the full strength black. I did get one of my matting layers with the light black up, but I don't think it's going to matter. If it really bothers me, I'll just cut another one and change that out. So you had some of this left over, and I actually did buy another pack of the designer series paper. Now it has this sheet, the books, the bubbles. Oh, the bubbles are that. It does not have the base sheets, like the ones that had the, let's see, how do I describe them? So if you buy the designer series paper in a separate pack, it doesn't include these specialty sheets for the base of the layout. So it doesn't have these ones with the edges or the spider webs, which are kind of made to have that centerpiece in them. Those are special just to the big kit. I get sidetracked so often. And we've got some of the gorgeous grape left over. And then these are full sheets that I have left over. So here I have 2 full sheets of the pool party, which will probably be a base for one of my for my other layout that I need for my 7th grandchild. We've got a full sheet of this DSP, full sheet of this. I would have had a full sheet of the grape as well, except that I cut 2 pieces at once when I didn't need to. I don't know what I was thinking. We've got 2 extra sheets of the Granny Apple and the 2 sheets of the pool party. So really, I could probably do 2 more full layouts you know, full 2-page spreads with what I have here left over. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this, and check out all of those items online. And I am going to be planning on doing some kind of scrapbooking workshops. I'm not an expert, but you know, if you purchase the kit and then come to my house and we'll put them together, it'll be fun. And you're welcome to use, you know, my inks and my stamp sets. So thanks for stopping by at the Roost. Hope you have a wonderful fall day.